Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. It's the Shaman today on the coast. I know that for sure because these are back-to-back episodes. Ooh, buddy. Recording these one after another. How about it? Hey, how you doing today? Hopefully you're holding up. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm, same old, same old. Back-to-back episodes means I feel like it's weird, but I will still hit you with the, the day's been good so far, day off, etc., etc. If you watched the morning episode, you already heard all of that. I said in yesterday's episodes I was going to try to keep myself accountable to learning I mentioned I was picking up a free programming class online that I was doing for web development, and I was going to use this to keep myself accountable. So I'll tell you, I have not done it yet today. However, that's what I'm probably doing after this, right? I go through a cycle when I try to learn something new, and this has happened to me, like when I try to self-learn, essentially. This happens to me every time I try to be like, yo, I've always kind of wanted to do this. Let me see if I can learn it. So it starts out, right, and I'm excited. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm real excited. I can't wait to learn this new thing. The most recent thing that this happened with was trying to learn Korean through Duolingo. Rally? I'll take Rally here, sure. I was trying to learn Korean because I was like, yo, it'd be cool to learn another language. I think other languages are cool. And so I was doing it. I was doing real good. I was learning all of the basics. Really cool language, by the way. I liked it a lot. I did. But I was doing it every day. I was doing as much of it as I could do. I had Duolingo on my phone. I was learning as fast as I could. And then one day, I just kind of hit the wall, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. I don't want to learn this anymore. And then I stopped opening up the app. And this isn't the first time that I've done even these courses, and the same thing happened where I was like, yeah, do these for a little bit every day. And then I eventually hit the wall, and it's over. I'm honestly very surprised, because usually it takes me about a month or two for that sort of a life cycle. I'm really surprised that that sort of thing never happened to me with streaming or with YouTube, right? Because I was expecting, I was eventually going to hit that wall and be like, well, that's that. I think I'm done with this. But no, I'm still making these videos. I have been pretty consistent on the stream. Very rarely do I take an unscheduled night off when I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to not do anything. I believe heavily in my schedule. I don't believe in slums here. No way. I have 26 population already. I do not need that. 20 gold here is going to save me more money in the militia that don't die from that. I'm going to do that. All in all, I hope to stick to it, right? Maybe it's just that I'm older now. I'll be better about this, but I won't, because I tried to learn Korean a year or two ago and was unable to keep myself motivated. Although, it's never too late to go back, to be fair. I could always just pick it back up again. What better thing to do during the quarantine? Come out of quarantine, go see someone for the first time in a long time, and just start speaking another language. And they're like, hey, how's it going? And I go if I could remember anything from those Korean lessons, this would be the perfect time to tell you hello. But I don't think I got that far. I spent, oh wow, that's the basics, right? It's not really the basics, because with Korean, it was very interesting. The language is, they have an alphabet. It's actually a phonetic language, very straightforward to learn. I can still read a lot of things, I just can't, I don't know what they mean. Mining, I don't think so. I feel so underwhelmed by mining every time I take it. Although, I'm sorry, but I think that if I don't go steel here, this run's gonna fall apart. And I'm sorry if you're not team steel, but this is the timing. I hate to have to do it to you, but I really, really don't think that with this starter, they're gonna end this shop. Here's the thing, right? Why am I going steel here? And why don't I think I will survive? It's because this shop was about to be a full pass, right? There's nothing impactful in this shop that's really worth me writing home about. This is a run where if I don't take steel, I will probably get slowly whittled down over the course of the like the boss wave's gonna wipe out my backline, and I'm just gonna get slowly whittled down from here on. So, and also, other aside, this is the fucking coast. Get me out of here. Hopefully you understand. If you don't, I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not that sorry, to be honest. Like it, you know, you want me not to steal infinite so much. What can I say? Yeah, we're not gonna take Purificate here. That would be bad. I can just power out all the defenses I need. I don't actually think that many people are like, oh, you take Steel once in like 10 runs. Oh no, I've ruined it. Oh, I'm saved. My own idiocy was almost my downfall once again. No, I don't think anyone really cares that much. It's just, if I want to stop this episode from being like 100,000 hours, I'm gonna need something to make this run feel a little stronger. And this will help. Am I? Ah, okay. I was like, why haven't I gotten my treasure chest? Because the wave didn't end yet. Cool. We're gonna standard fare, upgrade steel, pick up whatever good unit they offer me, slowly build out our population, and find ourselves with a victory, hopefully. It's fine. I think, like, really, this is the best case, right? This is why I think that doing the removal like I do is so good as well, is because this is a run that probably would be falling apart. My army would be in tatters because we're against spitters on the coast. I have no survivability whatsoever. My run would be a mess right now. Ah, experiments. I already have mining, so I don't need experiments. Money. My run would be an absolute mess right now, though, because I would have no way to play out my population. With my Steel Infinite, I'm having trouble hitting my population numbers. Which means that without my Steel Infinite, there's no fucking way. Even if I were rallying back militia, the problem is that spitters are going to wipe out my guards. So this is definitely the time for it. Is it the time for any of this shit? No, I want a military unit. Well, I got a military unit. It's militia if you're playing along at home. It's also guards. Yeah, what I was thinking, by the way, kind of a lot of thoughts all running together in my mind right here. This is completely unrelated. But how cool would it be if they released, if there was the option to do seeded runs, and I could be like, hey, so here's the seed we're gonna play today, like in Isaac, for example. Or does Gungeon have seeds? I have no idea. I haven't played very much of Gungeon, I gotta be honest with you. Wait, am I gonna just die anyway? Holy shit, they kill the militia so fast. Oh, run. Oh, it's terrifying. I might just die anyway through the Steel Infinite, which is the scary thing here. Oh my god, I'm so doomed. Wait a minute. I gotta pull my entire army over here to survive this. 2 full Purificate Plague Rat waves are hitting me. How terrible. I'm gonna need, like, all hands on deck here. Good thing I went Steel. Holy shit, I would definitely be dead. I might die through this, which really shows you how I feel, how strong the Purificate event is. Oh yeah, I am dead, because I moved my entire army over, and oh my god. Yeah, no, we're fucked. That's insane. Right? Isn't that crazy? Guys, you gotta, yep, even with a Steel Infinite, the Purificate event killed me. How crazy is that? Dude, that event is so terrible. Oh. Take a quick drink there. Wash that one off. You can say I should have taken the cards, but I would have died for taking the cards anyway. That event popping up at that timing was just lose-lose. I needed any better military unit. Like, I needed anything better than what I had to make that one a viable win. It's okay. Maybe if I was a little more focused up on powering out my army and not so much on the stealing out of mining. But even then, I mean, I had like 10 militia get killed there. That's how that event goes, though. It's There was a time where when I was playing this game, even up to fairly recently, I would have been, oh, that's such bullshit that I lost that, I can't believe it. But it's not like I didn't know, right? At this point, that event is what it is, right? It is the Purificate event. No amount of me going like, oh man, that's crazy, that's bullshit, I can't believe I lost, that changes the fact that like I know what's gonna happen there. I know how that event works. It's a bit of a change in my mindset that I've been doing in general lately, where like I know how that goes. Why am I gonna be upset about that? There's no reason for me to get myself all worked up. I don't get that worked up about it. I'm acting like I get fucking absolutely livid, ruins my night sort of anger. It's fine. Like even before I was like, oh, that sucks. I'm a little disappointed that I lost that. Now it's just like, you know, that's how the event goes. That's Purificate, right? That's what it is. What it does is it kills you a lot of the time, but you gotta. The thing is, I feel like I did all I could there. Maybe not. Maybe I skipped a card or two that I should have taken. I don't really remember. I'm reaching the point where I look back. I'd have to watch that run back to be like, oh yeah, here's what I did wrong. Here's what I did right. Because I looked at, like, as I was picking through the cards, right? Like I look at these 3 cards. And I don't go, okay, warehouse, tannery, watermill. Well, warehouse, well, I don't know about that. Tannery, oh, that's money, but, and watermill. In my mind, I go, no, neither of these do anything for me here. Tannery gate makes me money, but card removal will also make me money. But at the end of the day, it's going to be tannery, right? But after I close this window, I will forget what buildings were on this screen if I don't take one. For example. Now I won't because I've talked about them. And the reason I explain that is because on that last run I may have passed on like a pike rat or a slinger that would have helped me not die throughout there. But I would have needed to be more vigilant for those, which I was not because I was not thinking too hard about the Purificate event. I just kind of was hoping that it wasn't going to stack up double on one side like it did for the final 2 waves. Might have been the final 2 waves. There might have been one more. Anyway, it's fine. I'm feeling a lot more laid back with this game as of late. I want to start removing these cheese. Is it butterfly season? I don't think it is. I thought I saw the pop-up, but maybe not. I think that was a different run. Yeah, it was definitely a different run. They all start to run together in my mind, though. All in all, pretty good. Hopefully, by the time this episode is up, there should be a new stone shard, if you're enjoying that. And there should be, that's all there should be up for sure. The Hades stuff that I'm doing, I'm not sure. It's on, like, the Hades stuff will be up when it's finished, essentially. I don't know when that'll be. It's basically just whenever I get around to finishing recording the intro guide and then maybe playing a few runs. And being like, yeah, I like recording for this game, or nah, I don't think so. Graveyard altar. House. Probably just house. Right, so this is a situation where the graveyard, similar to the last run where I took breed over the apartment, the house gives me more upfront benefit, whereas the graveyard's going to take a little while to get to a point where it's going to be at the same amount of population. And I feel like I need the upfront benefit. Pike rat here, right? It's entirely possible that I saw one of these and then went, well, I don't want that. Armored Knight, though. Actually, I'll take Druid. Let me think about it. Hang on. I don't want to take both of these. There's no way. You pick one or the other. I think Armored Knight is better. Druid I would feel better about if we were not on the coast, because Druid can lock enemies down for your guards to hit them more. Armored Knight does a similar thing, but is also a strong unit in his own right, whereas Druid really relies on another unit. They cost the same population numbers, and a very likely thing that we will see happen is a lot of guards die. It's 50-50 on if we fight the boss that just ruins your backline, right? Because if it is the Weasel Destroyer of Hope, as I will call him from now on, aka the barrel boss, if you need a clarification on that. If it is that guy, my guards will not be living for very long. Eventually an enemy is going to drop in on them and remove them. So again, right, look at these card choices. I look at these and my brain just identifies them instantly as no, 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 and I move on. Like by the time that I was about to click cheese there, I could not even have remembered what those 3 buildings were. 2 buildings, right? One of them was a skill card. I think it was farm, lumber, mill assistance, right? 3 buildings that I don't... Oh shit, it is butterfly season now. 3 buildings that I don't really respect though. Farm, great for nightmare mode, otherwise completely pass. Look at this, 300 gold here. Just gotta... it just takes a few times and then you get it. Takes a little bit of work. I am gonna keep playing Militia down, by the way, because Armored Knight, he doesn't do... he doesn't have a ton of health. It's good to have a unit to tank for him on these waves because he's very expensive. What does he have? He has 64 health, so he's got equal health to 4 Militia. Good upgrade him. Let's see if there's a legendary here. Guardian, Guardian Armored Knight. Although I do kind of want to take Factory. Yeah, I want to take Factory here. My thinking on the Factory is pretty simple, right? It's gonna cut 4 seconds off of my redraw time. That's gonna save me a lot of time. That's gonna lead to more money. And if I can get like what, 2 more factories, we essentially redraw as fast as we can again. It's the alternative to doing an infinite is just getting 3 factories, and you'll have as much redraw as you want. Instead of putting down Militia, I did just put down a bunch of Armored Knights, but now that I have the lower redraw times, I'm less worried in general. Although I think Armored Knight's actually like really weak against the running enemy. What are they called? The Flyers, I think. Nah. You know, the other thing is if I go the other thing about recording is if I go for back-to-back episodes, by the time I get to... I've been recording for about a little over an hour now, I think. And the last episode was short. Around an hour, let's say. By the time I get to this point, I'm like, well, I've already talked about everything I really had to talk about. Ooh, Medic, hell yeah. Medic, Armory, House. Excellent. I imagine that if you were to aggregate my runs and like look at what I talk about in each episode, the night episodes are probably a lot more focused on gameplay commentary. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is Ratropolis in depth, right? I think I've talked about this before, but if you like Ratropolis in depth, I put out, if you don't know what Ratropolis in depth is, it's essentially, it is a series that I started a little while ago that was just me playing on normal and going in depth on every single decision that I made and talking about it. The series is on hold because soon after that I started doing hard mode runs, and the hard mode runs for the first like probably 10 or 15 hard mode runs, they were essentially the same thing as in depth, where I just talk in depth about what I'm doing, because if I didn't, I had to focus entirely on hard mode to survive. Yeah, by the way, now that we have medics, I'm going to go heavily into Armored Knight because medics do not do a good job of... Oh, fuck. It's okay. They'll come back to threaten the city. The reason I'm taking that is, of course, because I have quadruple tannery, even. If I wanted it. I do not want quadruple tannery, though. I think that quadruple tannery will be bad. I mean, I need the houses, right? I need population. We're ending up in a pretty Armored Knight heavy army right now. It's looking like we're going to be doing Armored Knight and Medic pretty much exclusively here, because all of our guards are dead. I was not able to put myself into a situation where my Armored Knights, or where the ranged enemies didn't just wipe out my guards. What we're going to do is we're going to wait till wave 12 to see which boss we're facing and then decide. Holy shit, there's so much bounty on this run. Butcher and 4 tanneries have been offered to me. Since it looks like we're going to be staking our run on Armored Knight, which is interesting. I don't know if I've ever actually put myself in a position where my entire army was based on if Armored Knight can hold it down for me or not. I don't think Armored Knight does very well against tiny little plague rats. I will say that. I'm going to either remove militia or guards. Probably militia. I have the walls in position. Well, now I have the walls in position to put myself one space away. Yo, the medics just wiped those guys out. Holy shit. Let's go, medics. Fucking... What's in those syringes, dude? What the hell? Wait a minute. This must be some Final Fantasy shit where it's like you throw the cure on the undead and the undead die. I don't know why else those plague rats would have died there anyway. Now, like for now we're good. There's two bad things. The best thing that could come in this wave 12 is a shield. I will not remove here. If this wave 12 holds an enemy with a shield, we will be in a fine position. The worst thing we can see is of course the Weasel Barrel. That's bad case. Seeing a harpooner will be annoying because a harpooner will steal my medics, and the medics are what's keeping us alive here. Let's see what it is. Ah, that's terrible news. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Okay. Well. So, I don't know if I've ever really pointed it out, but you can, every wave has a different unit composition now. Every run will have a different unit composition. Oh, they're gonna drop right behind me. The boss is just gonna walk right on me because of this. Ugh. And he's just gonna break my buildings. No big deal. Say goodbye to guards here. Oh, that's real. That's real unfortunate. It's not so bad, right? This boss, in terms of actual like threat, this boss is very, very low on the threat level when you have strong melee like I have here. The threat is just that he's pushed me back so far that it's tough, right? We're gonna take a lot of losses here, especially with this wave hitting at the same time as this purificate. Ah, yeah, I like that noise a lot. And the purificate's actually fucking up the extra wall strat, isn't it? Oh, this is terrible. Hopefully one lands and then an Armored Knight turns and kills him. What the fuck? How'd these guys get over here? Oh, they broke the... Yeah, and oh yeah, and then they drop one in on here. I should have been ready for that. But you guys, like, I can't do shit here. We lost. There's nothing I can do about this loss, though. I feel like, because at this point, it's like, look at this. Look at the way that I lost this, and tell me what I did wrong. The answer is due to the fact that because of the way that I'm trying to play out this this wave. What I should have done, essentially, is I should have just had 2 armies on every... Like, I should have just had, like, 3 Armored Knights and a medic in the back to deal with the barrels. I could have recovered this, by the way. There's no... This is a sort of loss that I hate to see, though, because it's like, why can't I just put my units here? Why would they not let me? And there's the treasure hunter that would have saved the run. Too bad. 23 minutes? Nah, I gotta try one more, but, like, oh, God, the fucking coast, man. New strategy for dealing with the barrel boss, though, is now in order. Because, I said it myself, right? The barrel boss isn't that threatening on his own. The problem is what the barrel boss does to my formations, so I should just set up 2 armies. I hope I fight him again. Like, I hope that this one is also barrel. But I will say, you know, you don't need me to say it. I'm sure you've heard it plenty of times. I fucking hate that boss. I really do. I think that he's the most annoying by a large margin. Because I don't feel like it's a boss where I'm like, ah, well, need to build a specific army composition or I lose. It's just a boss where it's like, well, he just keeps landing behind me and enemies. I can't repair my walls in time because there's enemies. Haha, we lost. It's fine. the boss killing me there is a great, it's good because it makes me realize I need to adapt a new strategy when I'm in a position like that, right? Which is important. It's good to be thinking. Like, I actually, despite my hatred towards that boss and my open hostilities towards him, I think it's good that he's in the game because he's something different, right? You can't just slam the same strategy against every single map, against every single boss. Rally. I don't know. I feel so Rally's so mediocre in this setup. Give it a shot, right? I'm on the downturn with Rally though. Right, I'm in like a cycle with Rally where it's like, oh man, Rally, card's insane, right? Look at how much it saved me on this run. And then I go a few runs and it just has like middling results and I go, oh, is Rally really that worth it? And then have a strong run with Rally. Oh, Rally, that card's broken. Wait a minute. I don't know if it's actually as strong as I think it was. I think it is. Regardless. I don't know how strong it is. Oh, this isn't good. It's not bad. I wanted a card removal there, right? The problem is that I am out of money at 40 gold redraws, which is never a good sign. Playing out my army is very difficult, which is not what I want at this point in the run. This one looks like it might be, we're against Fat Boys, it's alright. It's gonna be close, right? Because you want to be at a critical mass at this point. Enough where you're not gonna take many losses, right? We want to walk away with this with ideally all 3 of our militia, hopefully at least 2. But it's not the end of the world. I can just rally. Yeah, I can just rally back. We're good. Thank you, Rally. Nothing to be afraid of. No worries, no worries. Yikes. I've had the building card be real bad. That's a good one for sure. A Smithy on wave 4 is good. I can't believe I lost the first run in this episode though, really. Like, thinking about it, losing that last run sucks, but it's not that crazy. Oh, Shield Rat, hell yeah. Losing that last run though, or the first run, where I had a Steel Infinite and just could not keep up anyway. Crazy. Really needed a better unit than Militia, I guess. But what's new? We got a Shield Rat now, which is good. Hopefully no Purificate event. In the last episode, the last run, I should have taken the cards again. The cards might not have killed me there. I thought I could take... I didn't think about the repercussions of taking the Purificate and then having the Purificate walk in while my walls were broken. But I also didn't really think of I didn't even think that far ahead, right? I just kind of... wonder how many waves that event lasts. I should take a look at that next time we get it. I never really pay attention. But anyway. That's all in the past. Let's look towards the future. I will take Graveyard in this one. Take the wall as well. I don't know if I should have taken that wall. My economy is a mess. My economy is not very good. Although with Forbidden Trade here, it is going... Forbidden Trade gives me like boosts essentially. Gives one big boost to my income so that we can try and get things rolling in a critical moment like this one, where I really need to draw a rally. I can rally all of these troops to fight this boss. And all of a sudden, we're back in it. Dude, 2 events to get Shield Rat in 6 fucking waves. That's crazy. Wish I could get that event every run. But then, that would just be crazy. I'd live in a world full of Shield Rats and nothing else. I'm getting to the point where I need to start building out, or I need to split my army up, really. Shield Rat, I think the Shield Rats actually, some of them blocked that big hit, thankfully. Not gonna split them up yet. No upgrade, huh? Legendary? No? Alright. Taxman's good though. Regardless, I'm not upset to get Taxman. I don't feel like I can split them up right now. I'm just going to continuously work towards that goal. I don't have 100 gold. Ooh, buddy. I don't know when the last time I have done the roulette. Wow, I've always done the roulette wheel. I used to do the head spin technique even. Spin my head in circles to try and slow down the relative movement of it so I could see what the hell it was doing. It worked, kind of. Not really. But I felt like it worked, and that's all that matters. Forbidden Trade doesn't do terribly. I'm just going to take money here. I'm afraid of trying to take a house. I'm afraid of trying to do anything right now. I need to actually just spend all of my money on redraws to build out an army that will have a chance of survival here, hopefully. Really sucks that I didn't get that rally upgrade, because that rally upgrade would save me a lot of guards, letting them take 2 hits instead of 1. Second graveyard. I'm prioritizing graveyards because I just recently remembered that I am, of course, the Shaman. That's right. It's interesting, but sometimes, like this wave seems to be the wave where the enemies are split. The left side was much weaker than the right side's attack. I could have 2 smithies at this point in the game, huh? Let's go ahead and get rid of militia. I don't have high hopes here. You know, we have no population played out, right? We only have half our population played out, and I only have 33 population. It's not a good sign. But I would feel better if we were on a different map, or if I had a more impactful unit than Shield Rat. Shield Rat's great, but he's not gonna single-handedly carry the runs anymore. He's been nerfed too many times for that. No guards though at this point too is a little bit rough. I gotta tell you. We're gonna be rallying the army on over. Hey, does this work? Let me find out real quick if this works. This is just gonna waste an upgrade. Like, almost certainly it's gonna waste an upgrade. Maybe it doesn't though. Yeah, it did. I'm really curious though if this works. What is it that I'm curious about if it works? Does removing this card give me an upgrade? No, it does not. Okay. A bomb. I think it's too late for the bomb for me. Yeah, this is a full melee army versus not full melee. I have 3 guards versus the plague fat boy boss, but they're actually doing enough damage to kill him before he gets his hit in, which is interesting. Tried to rally him back to save a hit. You know what? It worked. Maybe Shield Rat does carry. Ah, this isn't Purificate. I'm taking 7 population down there. I don't want to whiff. Like, I am not in a position to waste 1 whole redraw. Really, it's 3 buildings. The upgrades now are not very good since Rally's upgraded. Huh, alright. Well, it looks like we're actually just gonna live our life praying Shield Rat saves me right now. What I need from this merchant is I need a really strong damage unit. I have the front line built out. I need you to give me a great damage unit. Treasure Hunter, Arbalist, Crossbow Rat, Musketeer, Soul Reaper. I mean, you know, I guess this is his time. I think it's gonna be fucking terrible. I'm like almost certain it is going to be really, really bad. But he does. This is, if there were ever a time to shine, it would be now. Okay. I mean, we'll see how it goes, right? We got what, 7 shields? We got 6 shields on this side. I'm just gonna then give him 2 soul. He's only gonna do 6 damage, right? He's gonna do pretty garbage, but I'm assuming if I... Yeah, so now if I rally him back, right? What's he at? 5. Okay, so he actually does lose the soul? And I feel like this unit doesn't work how I think he works. I don't know. I don't know how he works, actually. I want to, like, get Soul Reaper on the first wave of a run or something like that, so that I can just, like, let him But I want to see if Soul Reaper gains attack after a first wave, essentially. Because in the back of my mind, I've always kind of been like, but does he actually just gain attack every time he kills a unit? Maybe? Because if that's how it works, then he's really interesting. I don't think that's how it works, right? I think he gains attack equal to the soul that he collects in your hand. Also, we are not against the barrels. Right, 6, 8, 10. Like, I'm gonna put him down, he's gonna do like... He's gonna do decent damage. He's gonna do 20 damage per hit. But if I rally him back... So this is like a terrible synergy, him with rally. I don't know. Because every time I've rallied a Soul Reaper back, though, I've lost. They lose their buff. So, or maybe not. I don't know. I really don't know. It's definitely the strangest unit in this game to me. In terms of military cards, this is a unit that just really makes me go, man, I am not sure what's going on here. This is like a fucking old school run though. My entire army is shield rat. Oh, he's not in my hand, man. I want to have one in my hand at this point for every wave. Ooh, specialize. Could specialize. Man, I wish they gained soul, right? I could just if I could just specialize out the one that's down there with rally that has a bunch of attack, that'd be cool. As it sits though, it doesn't seem very good. Still think territory expansion. How strange. I don't know, I'm gonna keep rallying this side. I don't want to rally the right side because I don't want to lose the Soul Reaper buff. But I don't know. I don't know. It's very strange. At least he says weird, cool words when you play him. He's getting an upgrade. This is the Soul Reaper run. This episode's going to be titled something about Soul Reaper. Or I'm just gonna take Longbow and win the game, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Longbow, sorry. We're fucking 40 we're 40 minutes into this run. Just give me a Longbow rat. Oh man. These guards are gonna get killed off. It doesn't really matter, right? The barrels are still gonna kill off all your guards eventually. Longbow won't die. So the good about Soul Reaper, he's got very good range, right? There's no denying his range is great. Let's try taking Soul Flower here. Do I still have grain in here? I think I still have grain in here. Let's try taking Soul Flower. Let's see if I can like land a few Soul Flowers on him or something like that. Maybe it'll be cool. Who knows? Yeah, Soul 8. Like if I rally back here right now, right, I can then farm a little bit of soul on these guys and then drop them back down with a little extra soul, right? In theory, that's the idea here. We let them ride here. We let this wave finish out, and then I'm just gonna have a bunch of really buff Soul Reapers, right? This is the thought process, anyway. And then I just remove... Oh, I don't have grain in this anymore. I'm gonna remove Forbidden Trade. But like, we're gonna put down 3 units with like 550 attack each. That seems like it should be good. I like to believe. I have Soul Flower, oh, wait a minute. I have Soul Flower and Altar now. That's fun. Yeah, wow, they do a lot of damage all of a sudden over there. I can't help but notice. That's a lot of damage. Makes you think now, doesn't it? 47. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute on the Soul Reaper here. All of a sudden, I'm like, wait a minute though, right? Like, wait a minute, hold up. Hold the phone, if you will. Starting starting to wonder a little bit. It makes me kind of go like, oh wait, this might not be so bad after all. What do you got for me here, buddy? Tax office? Sure, I could use more money. Upgrade that bad boy real quick. I could take, you know, we got an altar. We may as well take investment here. Do some nice cool sacrifices to get our business practices up and running. You know how it goes. The best way to get your business thriving, do a few pagan sacrifices. Just throw one out to Beelzebub real quick. You know. Oh, look at the upgraded version. Yo, look at his model. His hood's down. He's like kind of scary looking, honestly. He's kind of scary. I should put the Soul Reaper down on the right side. It's very strange. I mean, I may as well just invest here. Give myself a little extra money. Oh, I should make sure that I have Soul Reaper in my hand though when I pop that. In the future, I should make sure of that. Like, you can't say anything about this right other than it's real weird. Another free investment. All of a sudden, our money's starting to look kind of good. Wait a minute. This is a cool run. Regardless of what happens, this is a really cool run. I'm having fun with it. Now, my fun is about to stop because, you know who's coming. Maybe Soul Reaper is actually decent. I think Soul Reaper as the the Shaman. The scientist, yeah, that's who we are playing right now. Soul Reaper as the scientist seems kind of cool. Please kill me, thank you. I want to keep this altar alive, because we're 2 investments away. You build up the soul pretty quick with, Shaman. You build up the soul real quick with Shaman, actually. I should put that. We're gonna move all of our longbows on over here. We're gonna properly prepare ourselves to take as little damage as is possible here. And then I just sacrifice it for 16k. I mean, sure dude, why not? It's weird because like I bring these guys over and they lose all of their buff, right? Which is very strange, I would not expect that. However, I feel like I need all hands on deck for the incoming disaster. I don't need investment. I should have moved my longbows up. Oh, like why would I? What's the point of this? Oh, it's to stop the. Don't break my altar, please. You bitch. You bitch. That was a lot of units that just died. Yeah, at least we're gaining a lot of soul, right? Look at their damage though. That's pretty good damage, I gotta say. That's decent. I think I like Soul Reaper a lot, actually. Yeah, I think I really like him. Wait a minute. Can you believe this? How have I gone so long without ever trying this guy? Anyway, we have 50,000 gold, so, you know. Now I'm just going to see how high I can stack him up here. It's weird. It's a weird spot to be in. I have all the money in the world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play out a lot of... I'm just going to leave him right now. I'm going to leave him and we're going to make one that's like... I'm going to see how high I can get 1 unit stats here while we just play Shield Rat Longbow because that's what's safe here. Although I do need... What I'm going to do is I'm probably going to put a buff boy at the wall to defend the longbows, right? A big Reaper to help the longbows out. Should rally these guys up here. But I should, because enemies jump the walls, is why I should do that. So I keep rallying them, right? I mean, what a weird one, right? Like what a weird one. Don't play that guy out yet. I've got this altar over here. I think it's over there still. It's still over here, right? Yeah. I don't know where it would have gone, but I still felt the need to ask. I want to get rid of this investment now because I'm really worried I'm gonna accidentally hit it. That one wasn't an accident, don't worry. What I want now actually is I want Specialize. Because this is the big downside of Soul Reaper, right? Even when I have all the money in the world, if I put down as many of these Soul Reapers as I want, only one of them is going to be good. But the one of them that was good on this run was real good, I gotta say. Like the one, because it doesn't take a lot for this unit to be relatively strong, right? I should be playing Soulflower, my bad. It doesn't take a lot of attack for him to be stronger than the average unit would be at this timing. I mean, you saw them do that fucking big damage output to the boss boy. Once I get him in hand, right, we top the altar. 164 attack increase, not bad. And also you get population for that as well. This is a real soul run, isn't it? This is like a full-on, no holes barred soul run. I got soul buildings, I've got a soul unit. I mean, it's not really a soul run, let's be honest. I got soul flower, and I use soul flower plus altar to cap my money through investment. We got a banner rat. You know, at the end of the day, I have a cool setup here, but really the best thing for me to do is just play a lot of longbow banneret because Soul Reaper, he's only gonna be so strong. Oh, and it's not Siren. Very cool. I need more time to get more shield rats out. That's what I need right now. Hey, did he steal any of my cards? No, we're good. He is getting to be pretty beefy though, 216. Oh yeah, they're through. Holy shit. Good thing I have one of these guys ready to go, right? He's gonna have to put some work in here. But that's the problem there as well, right? I make one of those big boys and then he just gets fucking popped because he's very low HP. And that's where I always feel like Soul Reaper's gonna fall short in my opinion. However, for getting me through to getting me here, like hell yeah, dude, he did great. I don't know how he's gonna hold up from here on, but he did a great job. I think I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play them because I need more frontline units over here. Throw a few bannerets down as well. It's kind of like the arm conundrum, right? There's probably a level where the unit is just like good enough, and I shouldn't try to be greedy and get him too like super high. Right, 100 or 200 attack, he's probably fine. Right, like even at 12 attack, like 1254 for 2 population is pretty good. I guess that's the thing, right? Soul Reaper doesn't take a ton to be solid, does he? It doesn't take a lot to make him pretty good. I really hope they keep coming on the left side for the time being. I'm gonna remove Soul Reaper though. I'm sorry, Soul Reaper. You did your job. Your job was to get me here. And get me here he did, I must say. Did a real good job of getting me here. What an interesting one though. Honestly, what an interesting turn. The unit that carried me through wave 20 of the coast, Soul Reaper. I reaped that boss's soul. And like, you know, I act like he's solo carrying. Shield Rat, like Soul Reaper needs a tank, that's all. He's bad on this map though because enemies, you know, I mean, the enemies on this map will spawn and then sometimes not target who's close. They'll target whoever they want to essentially, and not just target who's closest. And basically they'll sometimes hit units that are behind other units, i.e. sometimes they'll kill your Soul Reapers off because they just jump right on them. Grab the house here. Yeah, duplicate a card. I'll duplicate the house. Cool. Too bad I didn't upgrade it first, but you know. I didn't have time. press this button. I think those might have been ready. I'm not sure. Too bad I duplicated before getting the fucking apartment there. Gotta keep my eyes peeled, right? The left side is dropping a little low. I'm impressed though. I'm very, very impressed with Soul Reaper after this performance. I'm definitely not playing this at the highest level of efficiency, by the way. What I should do is I should play 4 Soul Flowers. And then every 4th Soul Flower I press the altar button. No, 5 Soul Flowers and I press the button. That's the number. Yeah. Because then it gives me a graveyard trigger. Gives me 4 more population. This is as close we'll ever get to a fully soul built run, I think. Because these are soul cards that I'm willing to take. Soul Flower, Altar, Soul Reaper, and Graveyard. These are all soul things that I think are good. Funny, I gotta beef up the right side, don't I? Yeah. It's okay. I think we're pretty much to the critical mass. We're more or less there, right? 30 longbows with some banner rats with them is doing plenty. 11 shield rats, 11 shield rats. I may as well put one more banner down. What an interesting run. I'm glad that I'm glad I stuck around for this one. I'm gonna take the shrine. This is a building that I never ever take, I want you to know. But we're doing a lot of soul-based things. I still don't believe that shrine is good. Even in this circumstance, I don't believe shrine is good. But it's very cheap, right? I feel like, I need to remember which card I'm trying to play here. It's Soul Flower. Shrine provides 3 seconds of immunity, which is that long, if you're wondering how long 3 seconds is in the context of this game. It's not very long. But, you know, it's not often that I actually just get to 100,000 gold. There's not a lot of ways to get to 100,000 gold easily, and so if it's not easy enough that I can just like do it with a single click of a button, I typically just don't even bother. So it's not a common thing for me to see. Let's think about a rally here. I want 10 shields. I guess I want 11 shields because I have 11 shields over there. I want... I'll take the trick card. The trick cards are fun. I hope they put more of this type of card in the game because it's just a fucking disaster. Oh, I can upgrade it, right? So the trick card is a single use, 50% get any skill card you want, 50% get a random disturb card. Oh, but if you upgrade it, you just get a skill card. How cool is that? I didn't know that effect. And I think it changes what you can get from this. Now, I don't really want anything. I don't really want anything, but it was fun to do anyway. It's so hard for me to press the button for shrine. Like on a run like this, there's no reason to have it, really. There's never a time where I feel like I'm going to need it. But it's good. I guess it's an emergency thing, right? If everything's going to shit and I'm dying, I can just pop this bad boy open. And we'll get some invulnerability out of the deal. All in all, this was a fun run. It got out of control real fast. I went from on wave 10 going, man, am I gonna find a way to pull this one off, to, well, we have 100,000 gold, 10,000 gold, however much gold it is. Press the button, I may as well. Wave start. Sure, you can give me the engineer. Why not? The engineer is interesting because you get the engineer from like 2 different events. And you also have the engineer as a starting unit. Oh, not a starting unit, but you just have the effect of the engineer if you're playing the builder. What is this? It's 60 soul to get that? I don't know. It's an interesting building. Not too bad, I guess. All in all, a fun run. Glad I did the one more. May as well, the MVP of this run, of course, is Altar, right? Shield Rat and Altar carried this one. You get to look at the 31 longbows we got sitting over here, and you go, oh, that's where the strength is. But the strength of this run was like the longbows that stacked up and saved it, or the shields that stacked up and saved me in the mid game. Yeah, like that was a good example of how enemies just kind of target randomly. Just kind of randomly decide to kill Soul Reaper. If they ever change that, I think that a unit like that becomes a little better. And there we go. A good one to end on. A solid finish. This is a good run to juxtapose against the other two, honestly, because the other two runs are like frustrating. Reasons that Ratropolis is very frustrating to lose sometimes. Like, oh man, I just took a bad event at a bad time and we lost. And this run was like, well, here's me thriving and getting to have as much fun as I want messing around with a bunch of different things. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you would like to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good day.